All right, so you want the inside scoop on landing that dream job at the zoo, huh? Well, you've come to the right place, because today we're diving deep, and I mean really deep, into the world of animal facility managers.
And let me tell you, it's not always what it looks like on TV.
Right. Forget those cute animal encounters all day. This is about running the whole show.
You've got it. It's more than just loving animals. It's about leading and managing an entire zoo. We're talking serious business here. From finances to conservation efforts, the buck really does stop with the animal facility manager.
Okay, so serious leadership skills, not just a love for our furry, scaly, and feathered friends.
Absolutely. You need a deep understanding of animal science for sure, but also business acumen. You could be making decisions about a new primate enclosure one day and then presenting next year's budget to the board the next.
Wow, that's quite a range. So where does someone even begin on this path to, like, zoo leadership?
Well, like most careers, aspiring animal facility managers often begin with those hands-on roles. Think animal facility assistant.
Okay, so entry level, what does that usually look like?
So you'd be learning the essentials of animal care and how the facility operates. It's really that crash course in all things zoo, from cleaning enclosures to prepping food.
There's hope for someone who starts out like scooping lion leftovers.
Exactly. It's about working your way up, showing your passion, and proving you have the skills. From those entry-level roles, you might advance to an animal facility coordinator position.
And what does that involve?
Well, as a coordinator, you'd be managing the day-to-day operations plus training staff, maybe even overseeing some of those educational programs for visitors.
I bet that's where those leadership skills really start to come in handy. It's not just about the animals, but managing the amazing people who care for them, too.
You hit the nail on the head. Then, as you progress, maybe to senior animal facility manager, you become responsible for the bigger picture.
Okay, so, like, what kinds of things would a senior manager be doing?
Imagine this developing long-term strategic plans for the zoo, leading a team of experts, and even building partnerships with other zoos and conservation organizations globally.
Wow, so it's really like being the CEO of a company, just, with giraffes and gorillas as employees.
Uh-huh, yeah. That's a great way to put it. And speaking of unexpected things, have you heard about how zoos are incorporating things like AI into their operations these days?
AI in the zoo. Okay, now that's something I've got to hear more about.
Well, picture this. AI-powered cameras being used to track animal behavior and even detect early signs of illness.
Whoa, hold on. So, like, the AI can tell if an animal's getting sick even before the zookeepers notice.
Exactly. It analyzes subtle changes in an animal's movements or habits and then alerts the zookeepers to potential health issues before they become serious problems.
That's incredible. Talk about cutting-edge tech being used to improve the lives of these amazing creatures. Got any other examples? I'm hooked.
Sure. Zoos are using AI to improve the visitor experience, too. Think personalized exhibit recommendations based on your interests or interactive information displays that come to life with augmented reality.
That's wild. So it's like using technology to create this really immersive and educational experience for visitors, but also using that same technology to actually benefit the animals.
Exactly, it's a win-win. But we can't forget tech is just one part of this job. It's also about dealing with curveballs and making those tough calls.
Right. There must be a ton of challenges that come with a job like this, especially when you're responsible for so many animals and their well-being. What's one of the biggest challenges you can think of?
Well, imagine having to make a really tough decision about an aging animal or one that's really sick. Like, do you try this complicated and expensive treatment that might not even work, or do you think about a more humane option? These are the kinds of ethical dilemmas that animal facility managers deal with.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be incredibly tough, emotionally and ethically. It's definitely not a job for someone who, like, shies away from tough decisions. Yeah.
You got it. It takes a lot of resilience and compassion to handle those situations. But the thing is, those difficult moments, they're balanced out by some truly incredible rewards.
I bet. What are some of the most rewarding parts of the job? What makes it all worthwhile?
Oh man, where do we even start? I mean, picture this. You're there when an endangered species is born, knowing that you and your team played a role in making sure that animal even exists. Or seeing kids' faces light up when they learn about these amazing creatures. Or even just working with such passionate people every day, people who are just as dedicated to animal welfare as you are. That's what makes it all worthwhile.
That's amazing. It sounds incredibly fulfilling to know you're making a real difference, not just for the animals you work with, but for conservation efforts all over.
hmm
Okay, but on a more practical note, what advice would you give to someone who's listening and thinking, that's it? What what can they do to land a job like that?
Well, first things first, you got to be passionate about animals. That's a given. But beyond that, it's really about showing off those skills you have and your experience and doing it in a way that really grabs the attention of those hiring managers.
Hmm.
That's where a tool like RoleCatcher can be a game changer. Remember how we were talking about AI being used more and more during the application process?
Oh, yeah. It's like those AI bots scanning resumes for specific keywords.
Exactly. And that's what RoleCatcher is so great for. They've got these features that'll help you fine-tune your resume and your cover letter to really make those qualifications shine, the ones that matter most for zoo management roles. Plus, they have this really cool AI-powered interview practice tool.
Oh, wow. So you can practice answering interview questions and get feedback from AI.
Yep. It's all about setting yourself up for success, right? You practice your answers, you get more confident in how you present yourself, and you walk into that interview feeling like you've got this.
It's like having a secret weapon for the job hunt. I love it.
It really is. It's all about proving why you're the perfect person to lead a team, manage this complex world, and really become a champion for the zoo's overall mission.
So it sounds like, being prepared is super important, and having the right tools in your arsenal can really, really make a difference. But beyond like the skills and the qualifications, the practical stuff, what would you say are some of those qualities that really make someone an exceptional animal facility manager, someone who really stands out from the crowd?
That's a fantastic question, and it's something that it really is that special mix. It's passion, yeah, but also strong leadership skills and this unwavering dedication to making sure those animals are taken care of.
So it's not just about like loving animals. It's about being a leader, being a visionary.
Exactly. You got to be able to inspire a whole team of people, manage all these complex moving parts, and you got to be able to roll with the punches, because the world of conservation is always changing. And speaking of changing, it's pretty exciting to think about how technology will continue to impact the role of an animal facility manager, in the future.
You mean like even beyond those AI cameras and personalized visitor experiences we talked about? What else is out there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it using drones, right? But not just any drones equipped with thermal imaging to monitor animal populations in those really remote locations. Or like, how about using 3D printing to develop prosthetics for injured animals?
Whoa, okay, yeah. Those are some next level applications.
Yeah.
It seems like the future of zoo management is going to be like this really cool fusion of traditional animal care knowledge with like cutting edge technology.
Exactly. And that's what makes this such a fascinating field to be a part of. It's about always evolving, always learning, and constantly searching for new ways to improve the lives of animals and get people excited about conservation.
So for anyone out there who's listening, who feels that spark, that pull towards the world of zoos and animals, what would you say to them?
I'd say go for it. Don't hesitate. Follow that passion, never stop learning and think big. The future of zoos needs passionate people like you, ready to make a difference.
That is a perfect note to end on. And for everyone listening, here's something to think about. Imagine yourself as a future animal facility manager. What kind of awesome advancements, what kind of innovations would you bring to the table? Let your imagination run wild, because as we learned today, anything is possible when you mix passion with a little bit of innovation. Thanks for diving deep with us. Until next time, keep exploring. Keep that curiosity alive.